Is consciousness fundamental to our identity? If we refer to consciousness as what we experience, then it's all there is there, isn't it? But if it refers to something beyond, if we don't experience it, what is it? I think that you can safely say that the answer to that question is a matter of definition. How do you define the question? What is the premise of your question? The main premise of that question is that you are something. So you've put it there at the beginning. In some way, it's not purely like that, but in some way the answer is in the question. How you define yourself is how you'll answer that question. Maybe someone has helped you, and you know at least that you're not what you experience, right? That's the first step. But if that's the first step, where do we go from there? In the strictest sense possible, ontologically, existentially, what I am doesn't make sense. If we are really serious about the question, what am I? If we apply the strongest, the strictest filters to that question, what can we get? What answer could we possibly get? Is there anything stable in that experience we are evidently having, because that's all we know? Is it related to any form of stable identity? Can we be something that doesn't change? And I think that's a matter of definition again. From a personal perspective, from what we know from our experience, everything is experience, and that changes constantly. You know, like Herodotus said, you can't enter the same river twice. But that's true in the most basic sense. We are not part of the experience. So does that mean that I'm the experiencing itself? Or what some spiritual teachers say, consciousness, you know, a big word. Well, again, it depends on how you define it. Usually people, when they think I am, when people think I am, they think of a human being, right? Relatively stable, separate, definable identity. And then people start searching for the truth, some people, and they start setting that characterization from themselves, you know. I'm not a human being, of course, because I can experience the human being. And they arrive to the conclusion, they think in terms of consciousness, of, you know, that experiencing characteristic, which is the only thing really we experience. And they're defining this stable identity, which was stable. Now it's, of course, gone. So we think. When you look closely, consciousness is non-existent. That identity itself is nothing you can point your hand to. And does that mean that it's non-existent? It actually means that it's non-existent by definition, because if it existed, you'd know about it. But you don't, because that's all experience. So, It's all a matter of definition, right? If you take it to be that you are the experiencing, that's your definition, but can you be the experiencing if you can't control what you experience? And that's a topic for another day. It's free will, you know, how much do we control? And that's what ties perfectly with this identity topic, because if we define ourselves as what we can control, then that's where free will comes in, and we will talk about that in the next video. So, if you like this video, please hit like, and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button somewhere there, and comment. That's it for today. See you next time.